I like it. Shaka's distributing this video, this live video on YouTube to, man, 17,000 people that you have in
18,000.
18,000 in F&I Facebook closed forum.
Yep.
That's great. Shaka Dyson, guys, ladies and gentlemen. First time really meeting you, sitting down, having a conversation. And I tell you what, I feel dumb because the entire dealership, F&I is where I lack.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I kind of have an idea what happens. We even named it. We call our segment In the Box.
Okay.
Yep. Because it's supposed to be like a pressure situation. Yeah. But you are the top F&I man in the country, and you have the track record to prove that.
Correct.
You're based out of Atlanta.
Yep.
18,000 people, and you've been doing this for a while. What's been going on?
Yeah, so I've been in the F&I, in part of the automotive industry now since 2001.
Wow.
And so for the last 3 years, I've owned my own F&I training platform. And in that 3 years, I've become business partners with Grant Cardone. I've started working with dealerships all over the country. I've become the #1 F&I trainer in the whole industry in that 3 years.
You do a lot online too, right?
Do a lot online.
You're not grinding, hitting all these cities. You're doing it the new way, the way that needs to be happening.
Modern is key, man. So yeah, I have an on-demand training platform for finance managers inside of dealerships. So I'm all over this country, Canada and Australia. You know, I make it easy. I make it easy for people to learn how to generate revenue inside of a car dealership, being an F&I manager.
For the dumb ones out there, just break F&I down. I know it's finance and insurance.
Yeah, so there's not dumb, there's ignorant.
All right,
I'm
ignorant about this.
Yeah, so there's not dumb, it's, you know, you don't know what you don't know. So F&I is the revenue department inside of a store, right? So if dealerships made it easy on themselves and didn't try to cross over into other people's niches and departments, F&I is the revenue department. The front end, the BDC is the traffic department. They generate the traffic. The sales department generates the car sales.
Yeah.
They eat up market share, right?
Yeah.
The F&I department's job is to generate revenue inside of that store. Their job is to take the hardest customers, the hardest situations, the hardest deals, and turn them into revenue while out experiencing the competition.
And how tough is that for a dealership to understand that?
It's extremely hard, and the reason being is because here I'm at a conference where you have a lot of F&I companies, a lot of F&I trainers, a lot of warranty companies, and they all teach the same variation of the same thing. So that's why it's hard, because they don't know any better. Well, Shaka Dyson's training comes straight from experience. I've spent 17, 18 years inside of a F&I department spinning deals, doing deals. I've got over 10, 12,000 deals under my belt. I know what I'm talking about.
You were telling me, because you worked with one of our team members here at Auto Alerts, Gigi, that you spent, you took a company, you guys took a company from, what'd you guys say?
800 million?
800 million
to 1.1 billion.
$1.1 billion.
We were generating over $5 million a month in F&I revenue.
What is the misconceptions that dealerships have about their F&I department?
They're prima donnas, they're lazy, they don't want to work, they want everything handed to them, they're overpaid managers, they complain a lot. That's the misconception. What they don't know about F&I managers is that we're first in, last out, that we are face to face with every single customer that walks in that store. We have to close customers. Check this out. We have to take customers back into our F&I department after they have been sold, after they have been closed on a price or a payment, after they have been shut down. And by the way, they've spent the last 3 to 4 hours being shut down on that price or payment. We have to get them back in F&I, and in a quarter of the time, we have to open them back up, sell them thousands of dollars worth of product more, and then shut them back down, right? So the average person in that store can't do that. That's why there's not a whole lot of F&I people, right? Because it takes a special skill set. Think about this. An F&I manager is the most highly trained manager in that store for a reason.
Why is that?
Because we have to generate the revenue.
So you have to do, that's what I was gonna, you were leading into that, is if I'm sitting at a dealership right now, and I'm thinking about getting an F&I, I've been offered it, or the dealership's talking to me, and it's usually, you know, it's always based off of performance. It's never based off of personality or anything like that. We see that in this industry, right? You sell a lot of cars, they're asking you to be a manager.
Now see, that's a difference in how I hire F&I managers.
Yeah, that's what I want to know. What is it, a person sitting in a dealership now want to know if they have it for being an F&I?
Yes, so first of all, everyone has it if they want to be an F&I. But the way that I hire for F&I is there's probably nobody more in the industry that has hired more salespeople or promoted more salespeople to F&I than I have.
Yeah.
I've promoted a salesperson to F&I since I've been here at NADA.
Really?
One of my clients, absolutely. So there's no one that will take a salesperson and put them F&I faster than I will. I look for character.
Yeah.
I do not look for a resume. I do not look for your old and outdated experience. I don't look for it. I look for character. Is this person have great character? Are they a person of integrity? Do they have strong work ethic? Are they honest? Are they willing? Do they have goals? Are they driven? That's the person that I want on my F&I team. I can teach you the skill set, but I can't teach you those characteristics. Now, that's different than everyone else here at this conference.
How are they doing it?
They're looking for resumes, man.
I see.
They're looking for somebody that says they've been in the business for 10 years or they've been spinning paper for 10 years. That's what they look for. I look for somebody of character, and I'm gonna teach them the skill set.
All those people, all that you've gotten these positions that you put out there. I don't mean to put you on the spot.
Sure.
But I love about that's why we call it in the box, so to make a little pressure here.
Let's do it.
Can you tell me a story of somebody that you put in that position that absolutely excelled?
Absolutely.
What they were doing beforehand and what they were doing
Absolutely.
now?
Can I give you names? Because I can give you specific names.
Give me
a gentleman named Tim Harrington in Iowa. Lou Jack Honda took him from being a salesperson into F&I. When I went to go run that store, took him out of F&I, put him up on the desk as a new car manager. When I left, he took over my position of being a GSM, became the general manager for 2 of the Lou Jack stores there on the platform. Absolutely. Another guy I hired from Prime America. Have you ever heard of Prime America?
No.
So I hired them from Prime America. They became a salesperson. That's here in Atlanta at the Carl Black Automotive Group.
Yeah.
Hired them as a salesperson, brought them along, taught them F&I. They became an F&I director for a BMW store for Group 1.
Really? I do know Group 1.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I've got success story on success story on success story of doing it the way that I've done it, and looking for people with great character on the sales floor.
So Shaka, tell me, if I want to be a good, without the integrity, let's say that I have all that, I have that base, and you're going to start teaching me to be a good F&I manager.
Yes.
Give me 3 things that I need to know in this industry to be a good F&I manager.
The first thing that you're going to need to know is you being a great and phenomenal F&I manager, because that's what it takes to be good. You got to be great and phenomenal, but it's going to take you having the strongest work ethic in that store, and you drilling. Everything that you do is going to be very specific and very on purpose. You're going to have to drill, constantly sharpen your axe and drill. Here's what typically happens. What typically happens is a dealership will promote or hire a finance manager. They'll send them to school for 5 days, for a week somewhere. Send them back to a dealership. First of all, they're sending them to a school that doesn't teach them anything. And then they send them back to a dealership, and that's all the training they give them. And then they expect them to perform at a crazy, insane, profitable level. It doesn't work like that. If you have that high of an expectation for a finance manager, you're going to have to constantly teach, train, develop, and grow that person. Always sharpening that axe. Always staying modern. Always staying tomorrow and not yesterday.
That's one.
Absolutely.
What's number 2?
So, always being honest.
There you go.
Always being ethical. Not being scared of being transparent.
Did F&I got a bad name for that for a long time?
They did. I mean, there's many. The problem with F&I today a lot is that we're still paying for the old
mistakes of the past.
That the old people did, man. The people of yesterday did, man. And what I'm trying to do is modernize.
Right.
Trying to modernize the F&I department. Teach them skill sets so they can be transparent. Like if you're a customer of mine and I have super strong F&I skill set, I don't care if you know a base payment. I don't care if you know every single number, including interest rate, including finance charge, including advance. It doesn't matter to me. Why? Because my job is to build value in the products that I sell you and show you how they protect you over the term of your buying experience. So that's my job. My job is to take a $3,000 or $4,000 service contract and make it look like it's worth 50 grand. That's my job. And if I can do that, if I acquire that skill set, I don't have to hide anything. Does that make sense?
What I love about this is I get people up here and I talk to people in the industry, and I get pushed on it. I'm a marketer. I'm a digital marketer. I'm a media guy. I've worked at a dealership before, but horrible at it, right? You can tell if these guys are on a 60-second delay with me.
Yeah.
But your passion is amazing. You can tell that you love what you do, man.
Yes.
Because I talk to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Consultants, sales consultants, F&I consultants.
Yeah.
And you could just see the word tracker, just whatever they're saying, right?
Yeah.
But you're leaning forward and this passion is just...
Man, I'm not number one by accident.
Yeah.
It don't happen by accident. I'm not business partners with Grant Cardone in the field of F&I for no reason. I lived it.
Yeah.
So it's just what I do, man. I lived it. And so most F&I companies, trainers, these big warranty companies, they train on what they think. Man, I train on what I know for sure. I've had to pay rent and eat based on what I did in F&I. So I train on what I know for sure, not what I think.
Yeah.
So when it comes to F&I, you can ask me anything that you want to, and I'm there. I'm there.
How does, if somebody wants to, I don't want to make it like a pitch for your company, but absolutely, you got me fired up. I'm I'm looking for my guys that own dealerships. And I just had Terry Miller from Galpin Ford up here earlier. I was about to say, you met Shaka? You need to meet Shaka.
Yeah.
If somebody's in F&I, so the group that you have that's on Facebook, there's close 18,000 people that are on there. Are they all in F&I? Are they in the car business? And how can somebody get in touch with you and get into this kind of thing?
Yep, so the group that's on Facebook, it's the F&I 20 group, largest F&I focused group.
Yeah.
So it's F&I focused and not just F&I managers.
Okay.
So I've got dealer principals in there, general managers in there, GSMs in there, F&I directors, finance managers, and salespeople in there. I also have my partners in here.
Yeah.
Our F&I partners, bank lenders, CDK, Reynolds and Reynolds, the people that we use in F&I day in, day out. So anybody watching this that wants to be part of that group, the F&I 20 group, just ask to join, and we'll get you approved to be a part of that network. And what's great about that network is, I could have a finance manager in Orlando, Florida, doing a lease for someone who lives in Texas.
Yeah.
And so what they'll jump on, they could be at a Toyota store, say, hey, are there any additional fees or something I should look out for? I'm doing a lease for somebody in Texas. I'm in Orlando. A guy in Dallas, Texas will jump on and say, hey, you need to do this.
And immediate too, right? Just like, it's like having...
It's a machine. As you and I are talking.
Like Google, man.
As you and I are talking, it's a machine. They're doing it right now.
That's incredible.
Right now.
That is incredible. What about for what you do at the store and training and do all this? I don't know how that works. Do dealerships reach out to you?
Yeah. So.
Because I'll hire you right now. Like if I had, we need to get a store.
Yeah. So dealers reach out to me. Those dealers that understand that they might be underperforming, they reach out to me to do a consultation and analysis for their store, for their F&I departments. I do that for free.
Oh wow.
I'll check out how they run their store, the people they have in their store, the numbers they're running in their store, why they're doing it, their book of business, new, used, prime, subprime, etc. And I'll teach them if they have areas of opportunities. I'll show them where they may have areas of opportunities. And then at that point, if it's a good fit for me to come work with that store, we'll put an agreement together. I'll come in and I'll work with that store. And I'll build that F&I department from the ground up. And listen, building an F&I department has a lot more to do than just the F&I managers. It's the process of the entire store. Check this out. Now, I'm gonna ask you a question. So the F&I, when do you believe a deal starts for F&I? When does a deal start for an F&I manager?
I believe it starts as soon as I go in the box.
As soon as you go in the box. Check this out. A deal doesn't start when it goes in the box. A deal starts for an F&I manager when that customer finished up their last deal with that last F&I manager.
Oh, I see.
Because that last F&I manager, whatever experience that last F&I manager put that customer through, guess what has to happen the next time they buy a car? We have to deal with that. And our job is not only to sell the product, generate revenue, but we have to out-experience their competition. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's
in my head, I'm thinking about my last experience when I was buying a car.
Brother, it's building an entire F&I department, and I call it building the F&I dealership. If the F&I department is the revenue generating department of the dealership, I'll take that store and put them up against anyone as far as eating up market share.
Yeah.
Because having a super strong F&I department will allow the desk and the sales floor to to take whatever deal they want to. Why? Because they can rely on the F&I department to generate the revenue.
Yeah. You got me pumped up.
Come on,
Drew,
man.
you pumped up? He's
Come
got
on,
his headphones on. I know these. Whew. Hey, I want to thank you for coming, man. It's a pleasure to find me. I'm going to connect with you online.
Yeah, definitely.
Man, just the passion alone.
Yes.
It's just, I don't know anything about finance and insurance or anything,
Yes.
but the passion alone is infectious, man. And
I appreciate it.
And what we're going to do is we're going to make sure when we, so this is live right now, this is get out there, but we're going to cut these down and have the different segments. You're going to have your own segment.
Good.
We're going to put all the contact information that I can find and reach out to you and get that.
Sure.
Because I think this is, I'm thinking of my last time that I was in the box. The time I've been going to the same dealership for a while.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of that experience, and if they probably need somebody like you, right? And a lot of dealerships need somebody like you, man.
Sure.
Because they don't know what they don't know.
That's right.
So thanks a lot, Shaka. I appreciate one more
Thank
handshake
you.
here.
I appreciate it.
We're going to be back here live, NADA, Modern Dealership Live. Drew, you want to buy a dealership now? Don't even hire Shaka to come in and just fix that thing, man. It was like, woo. All right, thanks a lot. We're going to be back. We'll pause this off. We'll be live with you here in just a little bit here. And NADA San Francisco.